students, welcome to NEET World. This is Vasavi ma'am.
This is Narayani ma'am.
We are your foundation biology educators.
Yes. So students, I welcome you all to the most interactive and interesting live session, my dear students. This session is especially for the 9th upcoming students, and in this session we are going to discuss about the complete roadmap for all the 9th CBSE students, and the things whatever we are going to discuss in this particular session, it is always and it is already useful to the 10th standard students also.
So in this session, we are categorized three phases based on the new academic year plan from the months of April to February. The first phase includes 4 months. It will be discussed by the Vasavi ma'am.
Yes. Students, so complete biology syllabus, okay, when you are going to attempt the examination of the CBSE boards, okay, it is going to include the chapters, okay. The science doesn't mean that it is not only going to include only biology, you need to study the physics, chemistry and biology, these three together called as subject science, right? So apart from that, apart from the physics and chemistry, so here is only about the roadmap of the 9th students. So I request each and every student to watch this session until the end. Yes, so we have divided the complete syllabus into 3 phases. This is the first phase, okay. First phase is going to include the 4 months, April, May, June and July. So this is one of the most important news to all of you children. In our institute, we are going to complete the syllabus very fast. So by that we can focus more on the chapters which are very much useful for the NEET and JEE mains. Yes. So here comes the first month, April. In the month of April, we are going to start first chapter, that is the fundamental unit of cell. It is a cell biology. So students, already this chapter has been completed. You can go through the live sessions and the recording sessions also. Yes. So in this particular chapter, the main key focus areas, whatever you have to focus are, see here, structure and functions of the cell organelles, and the next cell theory, osmosis and diffusion. We have discussed about it elaboratively. You can happily go through the live sessions to understand the concepts better way. And the second chapter is going to commence in the month of May, okay. Yes. So in the month of May, chapter 2, okay, chapter 2 is also being started in our institute. So we are going to complete all the syllabus very fastly. Within the 2 to 3 months, we are going to complete the syllabus. By that we can focus more on the foundation courses. So according to your midterm exams, these are the months you need to plan and you need to focus according to it, okay. Yes, in the month of May, chapter 2 tissues is going to be started, and next types of plants and animal tissues you need to focus, and along with that you need to focus on the functions along with its examples also. Yes, so now Narayani ma'am will explain what you need to focus in the chapter 3 and chapter 4. Yes.
Yes. In chapter 3, we are going to discussing about the diversity of living organisms. In that, mainly we are discussing the classification of organisms and the 5 kingdom classification, which is explained by Whitaker. And for that, you need to understand. You have to keep practice the mind maps. You have to write the short notes just for it to remember concepts.
So students, when you are going to learn the third chapter, that is diversity of living organisms, here it is very much important to learn the plant kingdom classifications as well as animal kingdom classifications, okay. As it is somewhat a complex topic, even though you need to focus on the classifications. So when you are going to make the classification flow charts, by that it becomes very easy to understand all the concepts like plant kingdom classifications and animal kingdom classification. Yes.
In chapter 4, you have to discuss, we are discussing in the month of July, why do we fall ill. In that, mainly we have to focus areas on the cause of diseases, what are the communicable diseases, what are non-communicable diseases, what are having the daily communicable diseases, what are its symptoms, causes, and we will discuss about it clearly in the, we have to focus more clearly on these topics from this chapter.
Yes ma'am, can you please explain, is there any other activities to make the concepts clear for all the students? Is there any activities from these chapters?
Why not? We have to perform more activities. Then you can can understand the topics very quickly and you can remember easily.
Is there any activity for this fourth chapter, ma'am?
Of course, in real life diseases, by performing who are in the rainy season, mostly the communicable diseases are more infectious. We can see in the more in your classrooms also, your friends have falling sick because of the common cold, fever and all that. So in day to day life also, you can observe the activities what the the people who are not affected, who are affecting through by one and all that. So through that you can understand the communicable and non-communicable diseases.
Yes, it is a very must and everyone should perform this activity. It is very easy as Narayani ma'am explained about it in a brief way.
So
yes, students, coming towards the first chapter, Cell the Fundamental Unit of Life. In this first chapter, you need to focus on diagrams, mainly diagrams. As this is the first chapter, it is going to include the major weightage, that is 30 to 40% of the weightage, my dear students. Okay, it is one of the most lengthiest chapter and it is one of the most important chapter, as well as it is a scoring chapter to all the students. Yes, from this particular chapter only you are going to get the most number of case based questions, case study questions are going to be appeared from this first particular chapter, that is Cell the Fundamental Unit of Life. So I request each and every student to draw the diagrams, to practice the diagrams. Okay, so practicing diagrams is most important when it comes to the study of biology. Yes.
So coming to the second chapter, you have to practice more diagram based questions, and also you have to prepare the diagrams. You have to practice more diagrams. As it is a biology, you have to focus on more diagrams. So in the second chapter, you have to know about the what is plant tissue and animal tissue. In that they have diagrams like xylem, phloem, like that.
Yes. So Narayani ma'am, please explain what actually the students has to learn and what actually the students has to focus in the phase 2.
In the phase 2 includes the 3 months from the August to October. In the end of the October, you are going to have the half yearly examinations.
Yes, students, after completing the first phase, that is nothing but from April to the June, okay, from the April to the July and August, okay, next in that particular first phase, after completing all those first 4 chapters, you are going to write the practice test, right? You are going to attempt the practice test and some periodic test, and the term 1 exams are going to be completed, and the next later you are going to enter into the phase 2. This is also a very most important phase. Yes, as
in the month of August, children, you are going to cover the chapter of natural resources. The main key focus areas of this chapter is you are going to learn about the water biogeochemical cycles and what is the air pollution, water pollution and soil pollution, and you know about the clear in detailed way of about the ecosystem. And coming to the September, it is the last chapter from the science. It is improvement in food resources. The water, you are focusing on the key areas of crop production and management and animal husbandry. From the crop production and management, what are the 7 steps, agricultural steps you can need, you have to remember and you have to know about it. And coming to the animal husbandry, what is poultry farming, beekeeping, you know about in detailed way here. From the
students, and here also there are some interesting and easy type of activities which you can perform in your daily life. Like when it comes to the 5th chapter, natural resources, here you can perform the activity like field visit. Okay, you can compare the differences from the rural area to the urban areas. Okay, by observing these 2 types of areas and collecting some information based on pollution like water pollution or air pollution, it makes a crystal clear idea to learn this chapter in an interesting way, and it is a very natural chapter that each and every student can attempt it very easily. Yes, coming towards the 6th chapter, improvement in the food sources. Here you need to perform some activities. It will be explained by the Narayani ma'am.
So you can perform this activity at home only, children, by by collecting the kitchen waste, dry waste, and by that you can prepare manure and supplies to the plants. You can observe the growth which you provide manure having the maximum growth, then you are not provided to the manure. You can see the differences, clear differences between the maximum growth of the plants.
Yes, students, no need to fear to learn the subject biology in the 9th standard, because it is only going to include only 6 chapters, and we are going to make all the chapters to learn in an easy way. As 6 chapters has been completed in the month of September itself, After completing this particular month, you are going to write the mid-term exams, okay, in the first phase. After completing first phase, term 1 exams are going to be completed, and when it comes to the second phase, in the month of September, to October, you are going to write the mid-term exams, that is nothing but half-yearly exams. Yes, so in the month of October, it is a very crucial, I can say, because in this particular month, you need to start the revision of the full syllabus. Okay, as here the midterm exams are going to commence. Once you have to revise whatever you have been practiced in the phase 1. Okay, and here you need to solve some previous year questions as well as NCERT exemplar questions. And then next, you need to focus on the high order thinking skills. In these high order thinking skills only, you are going to study the case study questions. Yes.
By the case-based questions, children, you can increase the analytical thinking and can remember the easily topic. So, through that, you can give the mocks based on the case-based questions. There, you can note the mind maps of the total chapters. Then it is very easy to write the examination. It is very helpful to the examination by making the charts, flow charts, and all that. So, by keeping the mocks on in the examination time, it gives you the more confidence and increase your efficiency also. So coming to the third phase is explained by Vasavi ma'am.
So students, third phase is very crucial stage, and it is a very golden time for each and every student to understand the concepts, and this is a particular phase. So here we are going to provide some top advantages from our institute NEET world. Okay, your step to medicine. So in our institute, we are going to make all the concepts clear. By that you can score the full marks. That is nothing but you can score 80 marks in the biology. Okay, yes. See here, in the phase 3, it is going to include 4 months. Okay, November, December, January and February. So in these particular 4 months, in the month of November, yes, as we are going to complete the syllabus very fast. So in the month of November, you need to try to analyze the detailed previous year question solving. So students, I request that not only just continuously reading the concepts, you need to analyze and you need to try to attempt some previous year question papers, and you need to attempt some sample papers, right? So by that you can score, by that you can able to understand where you are. Okay, yes, previous year questions chapter wise. After completing each and every chapter, you need to focus on the section A, that is nothing but level 1 type of questions, which is going to include all the multiple choice questions, true or false, mass of followings, etc. So students, already the syllabus coverage and weightage session is already done in the previous session itself. You can go through that particular session and then next you can watch this. So by that it becomes clear for everyone. Yes, chapter wise, okay, you need to solve all the PYQs from the chapter wise. And then next, previous year question trends and common mistakes. Okay, yes, always focus. After solving the questions also, you need to understand where you are going to commit some mistakes. Like we are going to explain how the students is actually going to commit the mistakes in the next upcoming slide. Yes, and here also some activities are there. Yes, what are these activities, ma'am?
So you have to, by the friends of yours, you can make group discussions. Then you can easily understand the concept and remember easily. By explaining one on oneself, you can easily analyze the topic and remember easily, children. So, and you can also practice the NCERT exemplar question. It's make you the confidence levels will be increased, and you can check your efficiency through that. Through that, the examinations will be all case based questions, can easily solve for you, children.
So students, 9th standard is a very crucial stage, I can say, because from the 9th standard itself you are going to learn all the foundation syllabus. That is nothing but you are going to learn the concepts which are very must and very most important for the foundation, like NEET and some NTSE exams. Yes, so to understand, to crack those particular type of examinations, you always need to study the case study questions in detail. Okay, this is, you put it as a target. Every student has to solve the case study questions. When it comes to the case study questions, just you can't solve just by reading or by hearting. Okay, first you need to understand the concept, and next you need to understand the diagram. Okay, as we are discussing about the biology, you need to understand which process is going to take place in which cell organelle, right? And you need to understand some functions. Then only you can attempt the case study questions. Okay, so no need to worry about those particular type of questions. Already first chapter, Cell the Fundamental Unit of Life case study questions has already been discussed in our YouTube channel, NEET World. Just please go through it and watch it. Okay, yes.
So in the month of January, you are going to have a final revision. From the both January and February, you are going to have the final revision of the all chapters. So as it is a biology children, you have to focus on diagrams, and you have to must and should label the diagrams so that you can.
So Narayani ma'am, what I have observed in the sense, every student is going to practice the diagrams. Okay, every biology students will practice the diagrams, but they are mostly all the students are forgetting all the labeling parts, right? So isn't it or not, ma'am? Yes.
Of course,
Yes.
they are even forgetting the
Labeling parts.
labeling
Okay.
parts, but
But
it is
students-
must and should.
Yes. For labeling parts also, we are going to carry the marks. Okay. Based on that examination paper evaluation, you are going to carry the marks for the labeling parts also. Okay. It includes approximately 1.5 to 2 marks. Okay. So just not only practicing the diagrams, you need to understand which part is located in which in the diagram, which part is located where. Okay. You need to properly label all the diagrams. Yes.
Children, in the month of February, you have to last minute revision should be done. So to improve its efficiency of all chapters and solving by 3 to 4 sample papers of your previous year question trends, so you can confront the examinations. So you can make the quick revision notes, mind maps, flow charts, and all that.
So in the month of February only you are going to, this is a particular phase where all the 9 CBSE students are going to appear for the CBSE boards. Okay. So in this particular month, you need to do some activities. Okay. These are some important activities you need to perform individually. Okay. Not in a groups. Okay. You need to have an idea how to gain the concepts and how to gain the marks. You need to understand which particular type of question is going to appear from which chapter. Okay, like see flashcards. In the sense, these are some small, you need to prepare some flashcards to understand the concepts clear. To remember all the concepts on your fingertips, you need to prepare the flashcards. And next here, practice full length test. Practice full length test in the sense, as it is a science which is going to include the physics, chemistry and biology. Okay, we are going to discuss only about the biology. It means this particular biology subject is going to contain only 30 to 35 marks. Okay, yes. So remaining 30 marks are going to be included from the physics and chemistry. Okay. So in these 30 to 35 marks, okay, to gain all these, to gain the full marks, you need to practice the full length test. The full length test is going to include 2 marks questions, 1 marks questions, and the next case study questions, and then next 4 marks questions. These all are 4 different types of categories where you all need to focus to gain the 30 to 35 marks. And next, concept maps. Okay, concept maps are different. In the particular lesson, you no need to study each and everything, but there will be some most important topics where you need to remember each and everything. Like if we consider the first chapter, Cell the Fundamental Unit of Life. There you need to remember the transport mechanisms of the plasma membrane. It is a conceptual way to learn. Okay. So the plasma membrane, that you cannot learn just simply by hearting. Okay. You need to understand how all the molecules or ions are going to move from the extracellular surface of the cell to the intracellular surface of the cell. So you need to understand the mode of transport mechanisms. Okay. These also we have discussed. These also I have explained you briefly. Okay. Please go through that particular session. By that it becomes clear to understand all these things, children. Yes. And coming towards the last thing. Okay. So here what you need to focus?
So you have to focus on more solving the papers and diagrams, diagram based questions, case based questions. You have to analyze the papers very clearly, and by analyzing it you can know how to solve the questions, case based questions. You'll improve the analytical skills of your thinking, and you can remember easily the topics. So the most students usually do mistakes, common mistakes in examinations are they are labeling they are incorrectly labeling the diagrams, and also they confusing the classifications like both bacteria and protozoa. So Monera come under the group of bacteria come under the group of Monera, and Protista are the eukaryotic cells, which means having the, you know, doesn't have the cell wall. They are also called as first animals. You have to know about each and everything, you know, in a clear way. Then
So students, these are the previous year question trends and students' mistakes. Okay, it is a brief analytical data that where each and every student is going to commit mistakes actually in the subject of biology. So first most important mistake that every student is going to do is in the incorrect labelings in the diagrams. As I have said just now, not only just practicing the diagrams, you need to understand where each and every part is going to be located. Yes, and the next, confusing the terms in the classification. As ma'am explained, the differences between the Protista and the next Monera. Okay, Monera includes the bacteria and Protista is going to include all the eukaryotic organisms. Yes, and the next, not writing complete definitions. Okay, so the definition answers are always going to appear in the level 1. Okay, in the level 1, you need to try to answer the questions like differences between the osmosis and diffusion. Osmosis and diffusion. So as you are the 9th upcoming standard students, I think you don't have the basic idea about the osmosis. So even though I will make the clear way in a conceptual understanding, so here is just an example students. So the differences between the osmosis and diffusion is, in the diffusion, the molecules are always going to move in a random motion. Okay, so they are going to move from the higher to the lower concentration without, remember it. Okay, so please everyone try to make a note of this particular roadmap. Okay, it is going to be useful for all of you as it is a starting new academic year. So I request each and every student to make the note of these particular slides. Yes, so the difference between osmosis and diffusion is, in the diffusion there is no involvement of the semi-permeable membrane. Okay, it means the plasma membrane is not going to be involved in the transport of ions or molecules. But when it comes to the osmosis, the molecules are going to move from the higher to the lower concentration by the involvement of the semi-permeable membrane. That's it. Okay, but what actually all the students are going to do means, they are going to by heart and they are going to attempt those particular definitions, but they are going to miss some most important terms like semi-permeable membrane. And not only this, when it comes to the differences between the plant cells and animal cells, so ma'am, do the plants have the cell wall?
yes, plants having the cell wall,
Yes.
but
So plant cell wall is made up of cellulose, but do the animals have the cell wall?
no.
Yes, these are the some typical type of definition based questions that you need to understand which terms are going to be most important in which category. Yes.
So the students, to avoid the mistakes, are focus on NCERT line by line. It is not only helpful for your examinations, children, for the NTS examinations, competitive examinations, it is very useful. You can learn easily the concept very clearly by studying the NCERT by line.
So students, when you are going to learn the any subject, not only biology, when you are going to start the practicing, you just divide it into 3 parts. In the first part, you just start reading line by line. Okay, that is just simply called as a newspaper reading, right? Okay, just you read the line by line concepts, and then next in the second part, you just try to understand. Okay, whatever when you have completed the first part of reading, in the second part you just try to understand yourself whatever you have understood. Okay, so and in the third, yes, in the part 3 you try to solve some PYQs and you try to solve some MCQs like mass of following questions, and the next one is choose the correct answers. These all things you need to know, students. Okay, so I request each and every student to learn in a proper way, and we are here to provide you a better foundation course in the biology, and the next coming towards the mathematics, physics, chemistry, each and everything. Our institute is NEET World, which is going to include all types of subjects like physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology. We are going to build a strong foundation in all these subjects. Yes.
Yes, children, this is what about the academic year plan from the month of April to February.
Yes. So students, we have completed the complete roadmap. So students, did you got the idea about the how you have to attempt the CBSE boards of class 9th? Yes. So I hope everyone is clear with the session, but here comes the most interesting and important news to all the students of the classes 6th to 10th. It is very much useful for the both the boards like CBSE and SSE. It is all about our institute NEET World Year Step 2 Medicine. Yes, we are going to start the foundation courses. We are going to start the free foundation summer camp for all the students of 6th to 10th.
So the batches are going to start every 15 days. So in the first 10 days, we are going to learn the topics from the basic to the higher level. The main concepts we are covering are by the examinations of NEET and JEE. The subjects which are covered by us are physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics.
So students, in that particular 15 days, in the first 10 days, okay, that is nothing but the first 10 days, we are going to clear all the concepts, students, okay. In the first 10 days, we are going to make you to learn the basic concepts which are actually important for the entrance exams like NEET and NTSC, okay. So in the first 10 days, we are going to cover the basics, okay. As some students are going to be, some students might be weak in the basics, but no need to worry about that. You can happily join to this free foundation summer camp. So by that, in these 10 days, we are going to make a concept clear understanding in the basics. And next, 11th and 12th day, that is nothing but after 10 days, the remaining 2 days, we are going to perform some activities, okay. It is all about the activity based learning, okay. So whatever you have studied the basics in the first 10 days, then next, based on the basics itself, we are going to show some activities. So by that, it becomes easy to learn that particular subject.
And after 13th day, we are giving you we are conducting the quizzes to check your efficiency. By participating with everyone, your confidence levels will be increases. And after the 15th day, we are keeping the overlength test, which means we are conducting the test of all subjects. Thereby you can check your efficiency in 15 days how much you are improved on the basic concepts of biology.
Yes. So students, when it comes to the last day, that is nothing but, as we have said, it is only for the 15 days foundation summer camp. So when it comes to the last day, so in the last day, we are going to provide you a career guidance with an expert faculties, okay. So don't try to miss this opportunity, as it is very important to learn the subject, but along with the subject, we are going to provide the career guidance to each and every student. So while late, I request each and every student to join the institute NEET World, and whatever the short notes we are preparing, that we are going to provide in our app called as the Med World. Yes. So coming towards the location. Yes.
So the location is here, Hyderabad, Narayanguda. The mode of learning is through digital panel, children. We are explaining you by creating the wonderful animations from the concepts which are very essential very important for your examinations. And children, it is through offline also and online mode also.
Yes. So students, not only these 15 days of summer care, yes, not only these 15 days foundation course, okay. So when you are going to join our institute for whole the academic year, we are going to conduct some scholarship tests also. Based on that performance of the scholarship test, we are going to provide some, okay, we are going to provide some things, okay, which are very much important for NEET and JEE mains, okay. Yes. And we are also going to provide some cash rewards to the particular top performers who are going to score the top marks in the scholarship test.
In the foundation course, children, we are going to cover the subjects of biology, mathematics and chemistry and physics. So these are the 4 subjects we are going to cover in detailed way. Along with, we are providing the quick assessments and the overlength the basic multiple choice questions, case based questions and all that. So through online, if you want to join through online, the down scrolling number is there, children. Please contact with that number and access our classes freely for the first 15 days.
Yes. So I request each and every student to join our institute called as NEET World. Yes. And so please stay tuned for the next upcoming live session. So hope you all are clear with this particular session. Please like, share and subscribe to NEET World. Thank you.